Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Right, he's crossed there, and he's on the right side. And he's loaded up 35 people. Now he's going to Bellinzona passenger station, so stay on this correct side. Let's go and have a look here a minute, and we will watch line 4. Okay, now it doesn't go out anywhere weird. Como, and then Bellinzona, and then it comes back to Bellinzona passenger station as the last one. Right, so it was just looking for that one to start with, I think. And then you over here, so let's go and have a look at train 1. I'm gonna actually ride the rails on this one. Go right in through here, down through the tunnel. I haven't named or coloured these trains in yet, and I will do eventually. I'm just not going to do it quite yet. It's one of those little things that is on my to-do list. I love this, actually being able to ride through the tunnels. I'm actually really pleased that we are able to ride through the tunnels. And just, like, running along the tracks here. This is fantastic. Right up over all of that bit. So far, we've not had any crossed signals or any issues like that. I am wondering about the 2 trains going into this station down here, whether we're going to have any problems with that. Because I got 2 trains coming into this station in here. I got a lot of passengers right here. Some of them coming in and some of them coming out. We're taking a load of them. Now off this side, we shouldn't have any issues. I don't think. Right, we got 62 people on board here. Zoom out a little bit and watch this. You're going up that way. Now, where are you going? We are going on separate sides here, so that should be fine. We're into Romantorn passenger station here. So I've had several people get off, several more people get on. So far, no trains have come up against each other. We could very well end up having trains come up against each other, but I'm hoping that there's enough signals and stuff on the tracks that that's not going to be a problem. Earnings at the moment, minus 2.6 million. Now, I'm not too concerned about that at the moment because of, we've got enough. We've got trains going through, and we should now be reasonably efficient. I just earned 400,000 right there. The earnings right there, that's from the previous month. That includes the changes that we made for the various trains. Railroad there, minus 2.8 million. The moment is minus 127,000. Just got another 500,000 there from loading up passengers.
Although resources are scarce, basic passenger service is supposed to remain guaranteed. And the electrification of routes would even allow money to be saved in the long term.
Increase the accessibility value for public transport in the towns to a total of 800 and transport 100 people. Increase the accessibility value for public transport in the towns to a total of 8. How on earth do you do that? What? Transport passengers by rail, 20 of 100. Right, well, that's the easy bit. Increase accessibility value for public transport to a total of 800. That's the bit that I don't really get. Do I need to... Am I being ordered to set up bus firms or something? Is that what it is? I mean, that there covers most of the town already, so I'm not going to need a great deal in the way of buses, although we are going to need some buses. And I'm thinking maybe we should be joining the towns together. I've already transported 62 passengers by rail, 80 passengers by rail, so transporting of passengers by rail is... fine. I've already sort of covered that, essentially. I got this train coming in down here. We can also go and have a look at how these are doing as well. Like, I've got you over here. You have got currently 24 grain on board. And then you're going to go up through to this one. On here, I've got 9 loaves of bread waiting. I've got grain waiting up there. So we could do with more grain coming in. I guess I could get more of those trains. And then that one's coming up there. You should be going to Bellinzona next. As long as everything is going well. You should be pulling into... Yes, you are now going to Bellinzona passenger station. That's where you should be going. Haul into that station right there. And
Dark
boom.
clouds are gathering. The mood among the neighbouring countries is turning increasingly hostile. The Swiss Federal Council has decided to prepare for all contingencies. It needs your help so that Switzerland can defend its neutrality in the event of war. All arrangements are to be made for a state of emergency. The militia ought to be mobilised. Storage facilities must be stocked. It's advisable to create reserves so that the country could withstand a siege by hostile forces for as long as possible. At the same time, life goes on, and day-to-day needs still want to be met.
Achieve a food supply of 25% in at least 2 towns and fill the north and south reserves with a total of 100 units of grain. Okay, towns supplied, we've already done that. We've now got to start filling the reserves. This is going to require the Como farm, because we're not using that one. I have got additional stuff there at the Bellinzona farm, and what I'm thinking is I don't have everything running through. Como grain warehouse. I can simply take grain from there and take it over to that one. Now, what about you? 2 grain to make 1 bread. So I'm going to alter that train slightly. Train 4, manage the vehicle here. And we're going to edit you. So boxcar, that's the bread. The gondolas here, I want to add 1, 2, 3 gondolas onto there. So that I'm carrying twice as much grain as I am bread. Modify. There. So now I've got a longer train. It will now be able to carry twice as much grain back this way, and then the bread's going the other way. That's good. That's one thing that we do want to do. So next, I'm going to want Locarno over to Como. Just going between the two, and that will be dealing with the South Grain Warehouse down there. So I'm going to need to add a new line for this one. New line, and that's going to go from cargo station there to cargo station there. I'm not going to do anything else. This is simply to stock that reserve down there. And we won't do anything. We won't do anything on top of that. So then I want to go here. So the South Train Depot. Where is that? There. Right. South Train Depot is down here. That will allow me to come out through onto the line. So I want to buy a vehicle here. I just need to move grain, don't I? That's all I need to move. So I just need to move grain. We've got an electric train here. We can start using some electric trains. The Crocodile right there is a 150 kilonewton beast. 75k. This one is 100k, is 196 kilonewtons. It's actually bigger. That thing does look wicked cool. I'm going to get one of those just because it looks really awesome. It does look right. It's $6 million. Oh, that one's $8.5 million. Okay, so nothing is cheap as far as these are concerned. And I want gondolas. See, that's saying excellent there. I got 4 cars on here already. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars on here. And it's still giving me excellent on there. Top speed for slopes and everything. That is quite a beast. That is quite the beast, that is. That is absolutely amazing. Right, I will buy that for $9.7 million. And I got to get a name. I cannot remember where I got to on my list of names. I absolutely can't remember at all. So what I'm doing, because I am doing a new recording session, and I can't remember... I know on the last recording session, I actually went right the way through the whole list of names. And in this series so far, I've been through the whole list of names at least twice. I think maybe even 3 times now. So I don't think it really matters. What I'm doing is I'm doing a random number generation of 1 to 208, which is how many names that we've got in the book so far. And I'm going to do that. It's on Google. I've got it on my phone right here. Oh, wait. Right, that's better. It messed up because I typed it in wrong. So, random number 1 to 208, and number 132 is the name that has come up. So, our train right here is called Isaac Erleskog. Isaac Erleskog, number 132 in the book. I used the book that I've written the names in myself, whereas everywhere else I've got them all in alphabetical order. So this is the book that I use when I'm writing the names in and when I'm making any videos. So Isaac, you were entry number 132, and then I will start working from that point on for the rest of this little round. And I'm not going to colour this one. At the moment, I'm not going to put any colours on them. We're going to leave them as they are. I quite like the original colours at the moment. So, unable to find path, missing electric tracks. Oh dear. A path has been found, but one or more sections of path are not electrified. The vehicle requires electrification. Use electrification tool modification. Okay, so I will put that down to play speed for a minute, and I'm going to go now. We will take the train over there. And I'm going to go with high-speed tracks. Catenary. I thought it was catenary. Catenary. Catenary right there. Wait, what? Where's the upgrade tool? Why can't I upgrade? I don't want that. Buildings. Tracks right there. It's not allowing me to do upgrades. Over here. Not allowed to build or bulldoze. What? I feel cheated. I'm not allowed to build them. Standard tracks, high-speed tracks. I'm not allowed to do that. So I'm not allowed to alter the tracks in any way, which means that our beautiful new train that we got here, Isaac Erleskog, I am so sorry. You are not going to be this monstrous great electric thing that we've got right here. You are going to have to be a steam engine. You're going to have to be the A35 right there. So you're going to go, and I'm going to add you in instead. Modify. Like that. And then put you onto line 1. Right. You're away. So there is Isaac Erleskog. It's not quite what I wanted. I know that's not what you want to hear when you start watching a video. Isaac, well, you're not quite what I wanted, but I suppose you'll do. Oh, that sounds terrible. Okay. Hopefully, he will be able to get from point A to point B without causing any problems. We've got, it's whether we've got the right crossovers on here, because he's now running through the passenger station. So I'm hoping that the passenger train up there doesn't kind of get hung up. Doesn't look like he's getting hung up on anything at the moment. He should go straight over to Locarno station over there, gather up a load of grain, and then bring it back and tip it all out straight into the storage. So we'll fill the reserves, 100 in each. There I've got 64 bits of grain in there. I didn't quite fill up the last 2 cars on the train. But that's fine. So we got 16 on there. So we could have had 80 that we could have taken right the way through. But again, it's not going to hurt anything. And then you come all the way around here. I've got another train over this side somewhere. Right, now I'm stopped and I'm waiting. That train is going through there. He's gone through the signal over here, so then this one can carry on. It looks like the signals are all done correctly all the way through here. I hope that they are. Because if they are done correctly all the way through, it means that we won't have any problems. Whoever did this is a cleverer person than I am. Able to fill all of these all the way through. This is quite impressive, actually. And then I've got Como passenger station there, which is not going to affect us in the slightest. So there, I've now got some reserves going into that one. I also need to get reserves going into the other one. And I want to get that one going because I don't just want to fill one set of reserves. I would actually like to fill both of them. So I've got North Construction Site. That's not what I want. We've got the Zurich Farm. Schaffhausen, is it? Cargo station there. Where is the north storage bit? It's not there. Food processing plant. Romanshorn Farm. St. Gallen. Zurich. Zurich Farm. North Grain Warehouse right there. I need bread in Zurich and the others. Zurich Farm. So I can simply do a straight easy run between Lucerne and Zurich Farm. And I got the North Train Depot right there. So we'll go from the North Train Depot. Actually, no, first of all, I'm going to make the line. So we'll go new line like this. And that one is simply going to go from there to Lucerne Cargo Station over to Zurich Farm Cargo Station. That's all we're going to do. It's just going to run between those two. And then we're going to come out of there, and we're going to go onto the North Train line over here. Is that? No, there's bits of electric line missing on there. And we're not allowed to do any upgrades or anything like that. So I want to go to buy vehicles in here. I want to get the powerful one there. That's the one that we're going to need. And then we want to go to cargo, and it's gondolas that we're going to want, the ones that can carry grain. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same as I did last time. Buy that one there. This one here is going to be called Lossing P. Lossing P right in there. And Lossing, you are going to be assigned onto line 2 like that. Let's get rid of those. And then jump down here. So there's Lossing. On his way out, he's going to go straight up over to Zurich Farm Cargo Station. And already you can see that one there. It's loading out a load of grain ready on the track from the farm. I'm going to the Lucerne Cargo Station first. So I've got a passenger train. Oh no, the passenger train's going the other way. So we go straight through Zurich there and ignore Zurich altogether. And then we'll come in here and we cross over onto this side and load up right there. Except that we got nothing to load up at the moment. And then we can go whizzing back on up through. And we should get a nice lot of grain from here. We've at least got this one moving now. And I got the 64 reserves from the other track that I'd already put into place. So Isaac is already moving those. And chances are he's going to get his load of grain back before this load of grain is even transported. But that's fine. So long as I got something moving. That's all I want, is I just want something on its way. This one's actually... Lossing's done pretty good. He's got 72 on board. I feel that's pretty good. We'll go and have a quick look and see how Isaac is getting on. Isaac's on his way back over here. Isaac right there. He's got a full load of 80 on board, and he's coming round to get into Como. Train 4 is just waiting for him to pass through there. Lossing over this side has just now pulled into Lucerne Station right there. So the North Grain Warehouse is now going to start getting some grain being loaded into it. Oh no, he hasn't. There's the passenger train coming in first. Isaac has beat him to the punch. Isaac beat him to the punch. We've now got both of them working together though. And full.
War has broken out. Switzerland is surrounded on all sides by warring factions. A tricky situation. The Axis powers of Germany and Italy want to conduct transit from north to south through the Gotthard Tunnel. The Allies won't like that. The alternative will be to blow up the tunnel. Then no one will get through anymore. Which is the lesser of the two evils? A decision must be made. Will Switzerland anger the Axis powers by blowing up the mined Gotthard Tunnel, or should this key north-south link remain intact?
Decide whether the tunnel should be blown up. Should I blow it up, or should I not blow it up? I don't know what actually happened. The Gotthard Tunnel. So I'm going to just pause for a moment. I'm going to press pause right there. And I'm going to research this. I'm going to do this historically accurate, so the decision is taken out of my hands. I'm going to let the Swiss decide for me.
Jews are no longer safe beyond the border. Despite this, the Swiss government is no longer willing to grant them asylum. Captain Gruninger, a courageous commanding police officer from St. Gallen, isn't prepared to go along with this policy. Help him to protect people whose lives and freedom are endangered from being persecuted.
Right, well, we will accept that one.
Bring people secretly across the border by bus without getting caught.
Establish a line from St. Gallen to Bregenz. Right, we'll do that in just a minute. I need to be looking up the Gotthard Tunnel. Okay, so we need to establish a line from St. Gallen to Bregenz. Right there, mission Swiss made. Gotthard over here, because I did wonder if maybe they blew it up during the war and then cleared it again, but it looks like they left it open. Now, Switzerland remained neutral, and like you often hear about how they were aiding the Nazis doing this, that, and the other, there are a lot of different things. In order to remain neutral, you do have to be somewhat passive to both sides. So allowing the German forces to use the tunnel is keeping them happy, but allowing the Allies to use something else would be keeping them happy. And basically, remaining neutral is extremely difficult to do. It is a genuinely difficult thing to do, and it's mostly they managed to remain neutral through a trick of geography. Their country is completely surrounded by mountains, and if they'd gotten involved in the war, it could have become extremely difficult for any invading army to actually keep the place. So yeah, they're remaining neutral, and the Allies and the Germans sort of just circling around the country generally worked out for the best. So we're not going to blow it up.
In these hard times, everything is in short supply. The little there is calls for distributing it fairly.
Achieve an average food supply of 15% to the towns and process 100 units of grain from the north or south reserves. Achieve an average food supply to the towns of 15% to the towns. I've already got that done. So I just need to process 100 units of grain from the north or south reserves. So I've got to use up some reserves. That's fairly simple, I should think. Where's the nearest processing plant? That's the tunnel construction site there. Wait a minute. The Gotthard, this is the Gotthard Tunnel right here, isn't it? I don't know if that's the Gotthard Tunnel or not, but the Gotthard Tunnel is the one that we built. Remember? Do you remember us building the Gotthard Tunnel right at the beginning? I do. I remember that epic day. So I need to be able to get the grain to a food processing plant, so I've either got to use it there. I don't want to go from Zurich Farm, or I want to go over this side and just use the grain from the South Grain Warehouse and bring it in here. So what I might do in order to allow that to happen is I've got train 1 over here. Right, you right there. Oh no, that's the passenger train in there. That's not the one that I want to do. I want to go here, and I want to go to line 1, which goes in there. It goes Locarno Cargo Station, and then it goes over here to Como Cargo Station. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take grain from here, and it's going to go back round. It's going to go into this one. Can I even do that? Do I have... I do. I have a track loop right here. There is a track loop on there. So I can add another station. I can add that station on there, and then it will go back over to the kind of cargo station over that side. So there's that bit done, and that will start using up. It should, I'm hoping, use some of the grain reserves from there in the processing over here. So next I need to bring people across the border, establish a line from St. Gallen to Bregenz. Where is St. Gallen? There is Bregenz over there. Where is St. Gallen? Como, Bellinzona, Lucerne. Oh, no, Lucerne. Locarno. Oh, St. Gallen to Bregenz over there. Establish a line. Bringing people across the border from St. Gallen to Bregenz. Now, is that a bus line or am I doing a passenger line between the two? That's the bit I'm not 100% sure of. Let's go to roads a minute. Right in here. I've got upgrade ability there, which makes me think that... Are we allowed to? Right, this is a medium country road right here. Take me home, country road. And we're going to go this way. We're going to probably... Well, we want to come out of here. Let's just... We are allowed to do this. Excellent. Right, so I want to bring you out over to there, like that. I need to get a road that goes over to this one. Over to St. Gallen. So I want to bring you across the road here. Across the track, right there. Like that. It goes up and over like that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. We'll do an up and over like that. And then you then... I'm not going to build too high on this. That's going to keep sort of running down into the valley. There we go. Right, that'll run down into the valley a little bit. Let's not dig too much. Go over there. And from there, you can go on up that way. Like that. This is my secret road that I'm building right through all of the trees and everything here. It's very secret, this one. It's a very, very secret road. And the next bit is actually going to go right through here. So I suppose it doesn't have... I don't have to have a tunnel going through anywhere, do I? Let's get rid of that bit a minute. Remove that completely. And then go back here to the road again. And take that road. And put it through there. There, that's what I want to do. I want to have a straight tunnel that goes through the two of them. Doing that, I can have a gully that goes through, which I don't really want to do. That ends up being $2 million if I do that. That ends up being $900,000. A lot cheaper to build a tunnel. So there, and now I've got a tunnel that runs right through the two. This I like. This I like a lot. So there is that little bit. Then I need to actually establish a bus route that goes between them. And all I've got is a train depot at the moment. So we want to go... No, not trains. I want to go into here. I want to go to buildings like this. I want a road depot for buses, trams, anything like that. And that road depot is going to go over this side. I'll bring you around like that. I'm going to put you in there. That one is going to be established right there. Then we're going to take bus tram stops. I'm going to go with a bus tram station right here. And I'm actually wondering if I should put such a thing in over here, maybe. Like right in the middle of town. If I plonk that in the middle of town over here somewhere. Would that be a better thing? I don't think it is, actually. I think we will establish this over on the edge of town, over here. And I'll put that one down there. And then I will take a small bus tram stop. And I can put one of these. No, I don't even want to do that. I just want to have a route from there over to St. Gallen. Over to this side. That's all we want to do. So I'm going to put... Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we've got time for today. Sometimes even our fantastic pilots, train drivers, and lorry drivers, and bus drivers, and boat drivers, and all the other drivers need a little bit of rest. So while they rest up and have a cup of tea, if you've enjoyed the episode, could you please head down below and give us a like? And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.